Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 5 English lesson on related words. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. Grade 5, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of related words. All right, so we said our chapter is related words. Our subject is English language arts. Grade 5. And the lesson that we are focusing on under the chapter of related words is to select the words that don't belong. So we're not going to find out what related words are and why should we identify words that don't belong. So you'll only be able to identify words that don't belong if we do know what related words are. All right. So when it comes to related words, right? The related words are words whose meaning, I'm going to type it, whose meanings are close enough Okay, so related words are, let's say, words are words whose meanings are close enough to the synonymic group, right? It's like synonyms group to be interest to the user, right? And what does that mean, right? Which means that they are not synonyms, but it's words that are related to one another. So they're not synonyms. Remember, synonyms are words with the same meaning, or it's words with almost the same meaning, right? That is synonyms. But the related words are words that are close enough to it's close enough to almost saying that it is synonyms, right? Or the synonyms group, but they are not synonyms. And they're not synonyms because they don't have that much significant difference, meaning that the meanings are not that much the same, right? So when it comes to related words, it's almost like words that we can say is it's like words that you can basically put in a specific group, right? That might be well, I can't use the word synonyms. That might be the same, but one would rather say they come from the same group, or let's say where it's being categorized under. And when we say being categorized under, let's say, for example, we talk about directions, right? And then the words that is being categorized, or the words that is under the category of directions, would then be north, south, east, and west, right? But now if we, for example, say north, south, east, country, right? Then country does not fit in there because it is not part of the direction groups, or the direction category. All right. So once again, we said relate words are words whose meanings are close enough to the synonymic group to be interest to the user, right? That is related words. And it is words that we can combine, right? And we can basically categorize them under a specific group, or a specific category, right? That is what we can do. Then we need to, for example, categorize things under its correct category, right? That would be related words. So now, if we look at our sentence over here, right? And this is where we will see what we mean when we talk about categories, right? Maybe my wording is not correct, but when we categorize certain things, you categorize it under a specific group. And we're going to find out now how and what we mean. All right. So we're going to select time word that does not belong, right? It doesn't belong within that same group. It doesn't belong within that category. It does not belong. It doesn't even match the words that is within that group, or within that like that list, right? So we're going to identify a word, or the word that does not belong in that specific group, right? For example, the first one says south, country, north, west. I made an example of this earlier on where I said south, north, country, north, and west. So if we look at the words again, we have south, country, north, and west. If we look at that four words, right? Remember, I made an example where I said that it needs to be categorized into specific groups, right? In this case, what do you think, or what category of groups or names or words are being used the most within that sentence? And not even a sentence, within those words, and which word does not belong over there? We have south, we have country, we have north, we have west. All right, and if we identify the word that does not belong between, with that category of words, then we will say it is country. Country does not belong here, right? And I made an example earlier on where I said if we're talking about directions, right, then we have south, we have north, we have west. So which means that we are missing east over here. But in this case, country is put in here. So this means that country does not belong. All right, if we look at the next one, it says breakfast, eggs, lunch, dinner. What word, if we look at the words, what word does not belong within that category? We have breakfast, we have eggs, we have lunch, we have dinner. We need to identify the word that does not belong within that list under that category. All right. So if we were to select a word that does not belong here, right? Then we will choose eggs. Yes, eggs is one of our breakfasts, but they are not asking about the food. They are asking about, for example, it's either a breakfast, it's a lunch, it's dinner, right? So not eggs. Eggs falls under breakfast, right? All right, then we're going on to the next one. It says dawn, evening, dusk, month. All right. If we go on to the next one, we need to say which one don't belong. Right? We have dawn, we have evening, we have dusk, we have month. And we then say that the one that does not belong is month. Right? Because here we're talking about um dawn, the evening, dusk. We can talk about those type of things, and that is to do with also time of the day, also yeah, but not month. All right, let's go to the next one. It is sometimes, never, done, always. We are sometimes, never, done, always. Didn't I do this one? So done is also, right? Does not belong there. All right, then if you go to the salon and now you are going to be doing your hair, right? So this falls under that category. Okay, so now we can dye, style, cut, or sew. Dye, style, cut, or sew there. So which one does not belong within that group, or which one does not belong within that category? All right. So when it comes to these words that are related, right? We can still identify two of the words that does not belong there. Like for example, we have dye, style, cut, and sew. Right? So in this case, we do not need anything to be sewn. We are just here to dye our hair, to style our hair, to wash our hair, to cut our hair. Right? Not sew. All right. And then lastly, we have style, shampoo, boil, cut. Style, shampoo, boil, cut. You need to say which one does not belong, which one do not belong within that series of words. All right. And then we have style, shampoo, boil, cut. Style, shampoo, boil, cut. This one looks a bit tricky. Style, shampoo, boil, cut. Unless we say shampoo don't belong here, because then you can style your hair, boil something, or I don't know. Not even boil, sorry. Shampoo. I think boil is out. But style is there, shampoo is there, cut is there. right? So these are related words, and we see the related words are words with meanings that are close enough to almost being synonyms, right? But it is words that we can categorize, we can group, and then you usually just need to find out what does not belong within that, um between those series of words. All right, so now we're going to A plus students.ca, and we're going to select the words that don't belong, right? All right, so we see that related words are basically words that are, let's say, that are grouped together, right? And if there is something that doesn't belong there, they basically just, since it's part of related words, right, it is being removed, right? Because it doesn't belong to that specific group. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the thing that doesn't belong, do not belong. So we need that thing that doesn't belong. It says select the thing that doesn't belong. We have statue, we have clay, and we have glass iron. All right. So if we are going to select the words that don't belong within a sentence, right? We have statue, we have clay, garden. Is it garden? It's grass. Sorry, glass. Sorry, and we have iron. So we have statue, clay, glass, and we have iron. So we now need to select. We are now going to select the word that does not belong within that category of groups. Is it going to be statue? It's going to be clay. So we need to choose of these words. We have statue, clay, glass, iron. We need to select which one don't belong. Is it statue? Is it clay? Is it glass? Or is it iron? All right, and if we were to choose one that does not belong there, then definitely we will choose statue, right? We will choose statue and they were statue already. Glass, clay, iron, those are things that are related to one another. All right, we need to select the words that do not, that don't belong. We need to select between these words that I've circled the word that do not, don't belong. We have glue, we have ribbon, we have string, and we have rope. All right. So if we were to select these items, right, at least one of the items that doesn't belong. Like I say, if it's categorized under directions, then you know directions it should be the four compass points, right? So if there's one missing, then it means that it is not a completed sentence. But now we need to remove one of these words that does not belong. Like for example, we have glue, ribbon, string, rope. Which one doesn't belong? All right. So remember we said related words are words that are like kind of the same to one another. So if we look at these words, which is glue, ribbon, string, and rope, we need to identify the word that doesn't belong there. And yes, we will then say glue does not belong there. So well done. Because when it comes to ribbon, string, or rope, it's to do with like it's a piece of fabric that they either want to use as a skipping rope or a ribbon or something, but or something in the house. So well done. Glue does not belong there, right? Let's go to the next one. It says we need to identify the words that don't belong. We have sneaker, giggle, chew, and chuckle. All right, so we need to choose the word that do not belong. It does not belong within that. We have sneaker, giggle, chew, and chuckle. So we need to select. If we look at the word there, we have sneaker, we have giggle, we have chew, and we have chuckle, right? Those are all to do with laughter, right? That is all to do with laughter. And if we are going to identify a word that is nothing to do with laughter, and then we will then identify chew. So well done, chew, because chew is nothing to do with laughter, right? But well done, sneaker, giggle, chuckle, those are words that is related or ways to laugh. All right, last one, then we go to our test. Select the description that doesn't belong during, after, old, before. During, after, old, before. We need to select or state where we describe the order of events that is taking place. It's going to be either during the day, after work, before church, or so on. All right. So that is how we identify words, right? And remember, we say that words are related due to the category, right? It's like we made an example when we did now about chuckle, right? And laughter. It says that it is all names to laugh. So now you know names to laugh, dance, names of directions, and now you know what specifically to look out for and what to basically identify as related words. Yeah. And if we look at that, sorry for for moving away, then we will say old doesn't belong there, right? Old doesn't belong there because only it's during, it's after, it is before, and it has order of events. It can either be during, can be after the event, or it can be um or before. So well done. Now we're going to our test. All right. So now we're going to our test where we're going to select the words that don't belong. So we're basically just going to select the names that don't belong again. Select the items that does not belong, that doesn't belong within that group. We have ruler, timer, watch, and clock. Ruler, timer, watch, clock. Which one does not belong? So we need to choose. We have a ruler, timer, watch, clock. All right. So if we were to choose the correct one, then yes, we will choose a ruler. Because if we look at the others, right, it is to do with time, it is to do with either a watch, it's to do with a clock or something like that, right? So well done. Then we have to select the items that doesn't belong. We have glue, ribbon, string, rope. Glue, ribbon, string, and rope. We need to select the item that doesn't belong. Is it glue, ribbon, string, rope. All right. And if we were to select the items that doesn't belong, then yes, a glue doesn't belong because ribbon, string, rope, something that you can tie, right? But not glue. So well done. Select the action that doesn't belong. We have style, shampoo, boil, and cut. Style, shampoo, boil, and cut. Which one does not belong? That category. And if we were to select um, the action that doesn't belong, all right, let's choose boil then because we have to style the hair. We put on the shampoo on the hair. We maybe cut the hair, right? We can't boil the hair. So well done. So we can't boil the hair, but we can cut, style, put on shampoo. To select this description that doesn't belong here, we have poorly, slowly, swiftly, quickly. Poorly, slowly, swiftly, quickly. To do with speed. To do with speed. Like how quick do you do it? Do you do it slowly, poorly, swiftly, or quickly? All right. And if we were to select the description, we would say poorly, right? Because when it comes to how the speed that we do it, right, we can either say the person is doing it slowly, the person is doing it swiftly. It's like, chop chop, or the person is doing it very quickly, right? So well done. Well done. All right, so this is the end of our lesson related words, grade 5. Thank you very much for joining the class. We said related words or words that are similar or almost like synonym words or groups, right? But it is more like words categorized into specific groups, right? And then we usually just have to identify words that does not belong in that group, right? So related words are words that are related to one another. It is categorized by groups, right? That we just had to identify. So that is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade 5, for joining the class. I hope you're going to have a good weekend further. Goodbye.